Another hot repair brought to you by CP Sang 24. Today we're doing spark plugs on the old girl. These are the spark plugs that I bought. You need 6 because this is an Ecoboost, which only has 6 cylinders. So you want to start by aiming the camera in the right direction, removing the oil cap, and then pulling the engine cover off. And you could set that off to the side like so. You could put your oil cap back on so you don't drop anything in there or whatever the case may be. And then you will remove this beautiful blob here that is just dampening some sound of the injection pump because they are noisy. You will need, I think those are 8mm socket to remove the 3 ignition coil bolts. To remove these the coil pack plugs though, these usually take a little force because they're old and brittle. So I like to push the connector forward and then pull the red locking tab back, and then from there you can just push with all your might and get it to come off. Ah! Yes! 1 down, 5 to go. And then you'll need a 5/8 socket, a magnet if you don't have the one that has the rubber dicky inside there to capture it, an extension, and a socket wrench. So we will go to my toolbox here, since I don't put anything back. And here's our socket wrench that we need. Let's see if I left an extension out, shall we? It's a miracle I get anything done, isn't it? Here's an extension. But I know I don't have a 5/8 deep out, so I will go get that. I also need my little 8 here. I'm going to bring this little baby extension just in case you need a little extra. You could always use a little more. They won't say that, but it's true. I know we're cool. Alright, I got that. I have an 8 here somewhere, which I will find. This is a 10. I'll probably put this back on my trip to the toolbox. So again, 5/8, a couple extensions, and we will get rolling here. Side is just as straightforward. Remove. This one looks like somebody got a little crafty in here. I don't even know what that is, so I'm gonna go get a Phillips head screwdriver. I also dropped 1 bolt down into the abyss, so just pay attention when you're doing this stuff. So I'm gonna get my magnet, a Phillips head, and then I can pull all 6 coil packs out here. I put all the bolts and coils right on top of the wiper cowl here. It's a good spot. These coils are going to be a little, yeah, they're stuck. So you're going to want to pry them up nice. I'm also doing this hot or warm. I just drove the truck 45 minutes. You know, as the old timers say, I got aluminum heads. You're going to strip the bolts. You got to make sure it's hot. You don't have to do any of that, but I think it's a little bit easier to do them warm personally. So that's what we're doing. You'll need to unplug the DI pump. There's the connectors underneath or the push, and you just got to push up, press in a little bit and pull out. Comes right out. I got all the coil packs out. They all look like they have some dielectric grease or something on them, or could be corrosion for all I know. Some of the coil pack boots up here shriveled up like a cold day. So got all those out with the 8s. Now it is time with the 5/16, or not the 5/16, the 5/8 socket here on my extension. Put it down there first, gently. You get it to stick onto the plug. It's on there firm. Now I will remove this. Bear with me here. Darkness. And that's it. Just going to do this 6 times in a row. There's nothing fancy. The other side, you may not be able to use this tall of an extension. You may need to use a couple smaller ones, or put the socket down first, then the extension in the hole. You gotta, gotta get creative here, or just get the right tools. But this, all in all, should only take you a few minutes. These plugs I bought are also pre-gapped, so I should not have to gap them, or I'm going to check them just to do it. But if you look on Rock Auto, when you order them, it'll say that they're pre-gapped or they're not, or there's a recommended gap. I think it was like 52 thousandths, I believe. Which sounds like a lot for a boosted motor, but it's not making a ton of power. Almost there. The goal here too is to remove these without the porcelain breaking. I don't know if they've ever been done. I'm sure actually they've been done because nobody does this, coats them and all that nonsense. So let's take a look. Not terrible. A little black on there. So, all right, I'm just gonna pop the plug out of the box. I'll let you look at it, see what I bought. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, already pre-gapped. Looks exactly the same as stock. So, just gonna pull that plug out, put it in the box, throw it out, put this back in, and done. So as I finish each plug, I just put the ignition coil back on, plug it back in, and I just loosely tighten the bolt on there. For this back cylinder, I had to use an extension that's about half the length of that because it hits the firewall of the truck. I'm gonna have to use this same one on the back cylinder on the other side as well. But so far, I'm only, I don't know, 5 minutes in. I'm almost done. So, you know, it's just stuff I hate to see people pay the dealer for. I mean, obviously, if something's there for whatever, then yeah, just have them do it. But if you got an hour to spare, and you got the tools and plugs, it's easy enough to do yourself. You should really do them on these Ecoboosts every 40 to 60,000 miles. Just because, again, it is a boosted engine. It's not like a naturally aspirated Toyota 4-banger that runs on nothing. So, you just gotta maintain, be aware. Nope, not ready yet. These plugs are long threads. So all the plugs on this side were absolutely smoked. It looked like they replaced the front 2-cylinder on that side and then left the rear. They probably didn't have the tool to get to it or something, but whatever. All 3 of these were not touched. These are absolutely smoked. So I think this will fix my little shudder or spark problem. I don't have any check engine lights. I don't have anything like that, but I just feel it. You know, you can feel it in the pedal. You can feel the truck. If I'm lugging it in like 6th gear at 45 or so, it's like you can feel it in the pedal unless you know, accelerate more or get off the gas, then it goes away. So, again, this is it. Last plug to go in, and I'm all done. So, very quick, easy job.